Testing, testing, one, two, three. Hey, America, did you know that we are going to war? Yes, the United States seems to be going to war against Iran. And what's crazy is that no one seems to be really talking about it. There's very little debate about it. And it's kind of unprecedented just how under the radar the impending war is. I'm Borzu Deragahi. I'm the writer of the Substack newsletter Badlands. It's at borzu.substack.com. I'm also a longtime foreign correspondent and a journalist who has covered Iran, Iraq, including the conflict in Iraq, Afghanistan, Syria, Libya, etc. And I can tell when there is a war coming. Right now, we have about a third of the entire U.S. Navy, as well as other aircraft assets positioned in the Eastern Mediterranean or in the Arabian Sea, poised to attack Iran. Why are we attacking Iran? Why are we going to war with Iran? Well, I'm not even sure, and I don't even know that the Trump administration has really articulated it. It seems to be something about negotiations over a nuclear program that the U.S. said that it obliterated last summer. There are also there's it seems to be about it seems to be about a nuclear program that the U.S. said it obliterated last summer. It also seems to be in response to the violent crushing of demonstrators in Iran last month. But right now, there are no demonstrations in Iran right now. And it's kind of hard. And right now, there are no demonstrations in Iran. And it's kind of hard to see how bombing the country will help supporters of the opposition to the clerical regime. The United States and Iran have had a long-standing. The United States and Iran have had a long-standing dispute with each other. The Islamic Republic is not America's friend. America is not the Islamic Republic's friend. And there has been tension between the two countries for a long time. But right now we're headed to war for some reason. And it's really strange because usually when there is a war like this, the US president goes to the American people, goes to the Congress, makes its case, why it's important for the United States to make this war, why it's important for the United States to launch an action against the country. And the only other time that nothing like that was done was when they kidnapped Venezuela's president, Nicolas Maduro, in just a few weeks ago. That was the only time there was no case made to the American public, no congressional approval sought, and so on. So it's kind of a weird situation, and Americans need to wake up to that. Iranians are very much awake to it. They're waiting Iranians are very much aware. Iranians are very much aware that there is a war coming, and they're quite worried about it. Some are supportive, hoping that it will bring about a regime change and the destruction of the Islamic Republic. Others are fearful. I would say most are just very fearful about the unknown. And there are some who are angry and determined to support the regime no matter the cost. So we're going to see, and we're going to see. Maybe that thing will be one and done and it will be over, and not many people will die, and not many Iranians will die, and no Americans will die. But Iran says that it is also getting ready for a conflict. It says it will attack against the U.S. There will be no symbolic strikes as there have been in previous conflicts between the U.S. and Iran. This could be a really big war, and it could be a mistake. It could be the right thing to do. I tend to think that it's not necessary. I tend to oppose these kinds of wars. But I also think that whether it is a good thing or a bad thing, the Trump administration needs to make its case to the American people, needs to make its case to Congress. There are a few lawmakers, Rohana and Thomas Massey, the kind of both, one a Democrat, one a Republican, and they have said that they are going to introduce a resolution demanding a War Powers Act for Congress to vote on whether they should go to war or not. It might be too late by that, because it might be too late for that because it might be too late for that because Trump could launch the war as early as this Sunday, as early as this coming week, and the resolution won't be introduced into the Congress until Monday, until next week. So the war could already be launched by then. In any case, Americans should wake up and Americans should be aware because we're headed to war, and that's something that we need to think about and talk about. Again, this is Borzu Deragahi. Please subscribe to my. This is Borzu Deragahi. I write the newsletter called Badlands. It's at borzu.substack.com. Please subscribe. Thank you.